104.1 KRBE.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Time for Rule and Ryan's group therapy.
We've definitely had a lot of activity on the listener line from administrators and teachers getting back at it. 713-278-VENT is that number, and that is where you can leave us a message about anything, anytime, whether it's just a comment or an issue you would like for us to open up our phone lines.
You can
This
email
teacher
us.
Yeah, you can email us. And this
Leave contact
teacher-
numbers because then we can actually talk to you, and we've got Ashley standing by.
That's what I like
Yeah.
doing. I like to talk to them.
That's right. And
This involves,
we do know that this involves a picture that she saw on Facebook, and so she's here to tell us about it. Because she said she's cool to be on, and we love talking to you guys. So welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show, Ashley.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Hey, Ashley, it's going okay. So
Happy
what is
school
your
year.
situation?
Happy new school year.
Well, it's the first week back with the kids. But at the end of last year, I noticed that one of the teachers at my school, she had a very provocative picture.
But you're saying very provocative on Facebook. So if it's Facebook, she knows people are seeing it. Her friends, a.k.a.
Yeah, but Rule, the
friends.
question is this a Facebook that's public to everyone or just her Facebook friends?
No. See, that's the thing. It looked like a professional modeling picture with her in like a tiny bikini facing backwards over a fountain. And I'm not her friend on Facebook. So if I can see it,
You mean the kids can see it?
oh yeah, anybody can see it. We're not Facebook friends.
Does she do like some kind of part-time modeling or something?
It looked kind of professional. It looked like she must do this on the side or something. I don't know.
Actually, what grade does she teach? I'm just curious because, like, if I was in high school and I could find a photo of a pretty teacher in a bikini, what grade?
6. She teaches 6th grade.
Okay, see, that's a bad thing then. I mean, young boys at that age, the hormones are going. This is not a good idea. I cannot believe she'd be so reckless as to post a provocative picture where the kids could see it.
You said this happened at the end of the school year, so why are you bringing it up now?
Well, see, I figured I was going to let it go, but we started just up this week, and there it is again. And it's another sexy professional modeling picture. And this time she's commemorating the beginning of the school in like a tiny schoolgirl outfit, I guess.
Oh my God, that is
man.
so wrong. I mean,
Whoa.
Yeah, it's so hot.
I
So
mean,
you're
yeah,
saying-
Eric
let's
and
get
I
this
might
straight.
want to see it, but the kids
But
do
not a
not
kid.
need to be seeing that.
So, Ashley, are you looking to narc her out or something, or what do you want to do?
Well, that's what I don't know. I mean, I try to stay out of people's business, but this is like, do I squeal now? Do I drop a copy of this profile picture around the office?
I think you almost have to at this point because if you go to her first and say, hey, this is inappropriate, and she's not going to like that, then all of a sudden the school brings it up to her, she's going to know that you're the one that ratted her out. I'd just go straight to the school and say, you know what, you might want to talk to her. This is not appropriate, and the kids are going to see this.
That's what I thought, but I worried, like, I was like, oh, am I being too nosy? You know, like, am I being a bee here? Can I really do this?
No, you're not. You're being a responsible adult. I mean, a
Yeah.
teacher should not have stuff like that up on the, on the Facebook. The Facebook.
The thing
On the Facebook.
you kids in here.
On
Kids,
the
you're
Facebook.
crazy.
But maybe to you, maybe the way you're describing it, maybe if we saw it, I'm not saying to send it because I want someone to go, oh, or you just want to see it. Maybe it's not as bad as we think.
Come on.
I mean, she's wearing like a Britney Spears "Hit Me Baby One More Time" skirt. That's not right, man.
I don't know, around Halloween, like, you see all, like, the sexy Halloween costumes for stuff, those kinds of things, so that's kind of what it is.
Can you live with yourself if you get her fired, though?
That's the thing.
well, why can't you just go to her and tell her?
That's what I would do.
Rula, that's what I just said. Don't do
Yeah.
that because she's not going to take kindly to that. And then when the school does find out, she's going to blame her.
Do you guys work together in any way, shape, or form? Or are you guys on the other side of the building and your classes never cross? She's a 6th grade teacher. Tell me how well she knows you.
The school's not that big. Yeah, I mean, we do interact. Our kids don't interact, but we do.
I think you just tell her. Say, listen,
No, that's
I'm not
a
your
bad idea, Rula. I
Ryan,
disagree with
it's-
you.
It's a colleague thing. She said, look, I'm not on your Facebook. I didn't, from what I understand, I'm not on your Facebook, but I'm worried that one of our parents are going to see that picture of you. I guess you're doing some modeling work or something. Maybe just be apprised of what's out there because
Make that
people are
private.
seeing that.
Why should she have to talk to the school? I don't know. Maybe we should take calls. People are lining
All right,
up.
open up the line, 713-390-KRBE. I mean, I just think it's a bad idea. Teachers should not be posting stuff like that if the kids can see it. I mean,
But
if
that's
it's
not
private,
the question. The question
that's your
here
own
is, should
business.
Ashley tell her or should Ashley tell the school? It's
Yeah,
not about
totally
whether
no.
she's posted
I
or
think
not.
telling her is a bad idea. I think she's going to explode on her if she tells her.
Okay, let's go to the phones. I want you to stand by and listen into what people are saying, Ashley.
Yeah, I want to, like, just all this advice is good. Yeah, okay.
All right,
The number
stand by.
again is 713-390-KRBE. And I just don't see the people are texting like crazy. No, Karen. You're not going straight to the administrators. You go straight to her and just tell her what you saw. Don't be. Did you hear that part? She goes, I don't know, should I make a copy and drop this picture? No, you're not going to make copies like
think
Mean
that's
Girls
really
in the burn
yeah.
book and drop all the pictures in the hallway.
And then
So you
someone said
think
that-
she's being a nosy Nancy, huh?
That's what people are
Yes.
texting.
I don't think she needs to go to the administration. I think she needs to tell this woman, hey, listen, I'm not even friends with you on Facebook. Like I just said to her, I'm not even friends with you on Facebook, and this came up for me. So I don't know who else could see it. Because it's not about the kid seeing it. It's about the parent of the kid seeing it saying, what the hell is this? That's going to get her lit up.
Rilla said, we need to teach our boys not to over-sexualize women, not to tell women to stop living their lives. The problem is, when I was
You're
in 6th
12
grade, I
years
couldn't
old?
control my hormones. I
No way.
wanted to see naked girls. I wanted to see women. It wasn't like my parents would sit me, even if my parents did sit me down, and it wouldn't matter at that age.
There's
I was-
nothing they could have said that would have prevented you from having those hormones racing like that.
And looking at girls.
And back then, you did not have a cell phone where you could just
No.
pull up pictures of your hot teacher in a bikini.
I said Danny Cyphers would have his little shed with porn stuff, with Playboy
What?
magazines and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, Mark
He
White
it all in a
had
shed?
mine.
There's
Mhm.
always that one guy that has that shed. And they,
the guy with the pilgrim porn.
Yeah.
Oh no! This was the good one. Start with the H.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that definitely the hardcore stuff.
Well, look at you guys.
Closure time. One last call to your ex to end this relationship. Closure time. Get them on the hotline and end this before it begins.
And that, my friend, is what they call closure.
Yep, they were in your
Closure.
life, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. You have no answers.
In all different relationships, family relationships, teacher, student relationships, somebody inspired you. Former coworkers that lost track of each other, and of course, romantic relationships. Tabitha reached out to us at krbe.com. That's where you can go if you are looking for closure from someone. Some people are easier to find than others, Eric has found,
Some I can't find.
and some maybe aren't willing to be on.
That's
another
What do you
problem.
think?
Try
You
our
gotta
best.
get them on together so we can talk to them. Let's get Tabitha's story. Good morning, Tabitha.
Hi.
Hey,
Good
Tabitha.
morning.
So, who is it you want closure from this morning?
I want closure from a guy that we dated 4 months, Jacob. I thought we had like a really good relationship. We had a lot of fun. We were close. We spent a lot of time together. And then like one day he just randomly called me and he was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. And then he hung up the phone and I've been like texting him and he has me blocked apparently. And then I've called him and then I'm blocked and I've tried to get a message to his sister. She doesn't respond. Like I'm just completely cut out of his life. I don't know why.
Did you consider yourself boyfriend and girlfriend? Did you guys have that talk?
Well, I mean, we were together for 4 months. He came to my house every day after work.
Did you ever go to his place, Tabitha?
Yeah, I went there, but I have a cat, so it's like I could be at my place.
Well, I asked that because when a guy says, I can't do this anymore, and you've never been to his house, probably because he's married.
Doing roses for 20 years, we get that
Right.
in our head.
Okay, so he says, I can't do this anymore, doesn't give you any other answer. He's ghosted you. You're totally lost as to why. You thought things were going great. Nobody else can respond
Yeah.
to you. Have you seen him active on social media, or has he kind of disappeared from that too?
I can't even click on his page.
Oh, he blocked you on that.
Oh, my God. I don't understand why he's doing this.
Have you had any fights with each other? Disagreements that got a little heated?
No, we get along good. Like, he's very calm and, he's more quiet. So, I mean, he doesn't really argue at all. We get along great.
When he came over, you said he came over after work every day. Did he spend the night?
Yes. Most of the time,
I mean,
yes.
I think we make it clear, Ryan, that these people were dating. I mean, she was not being misled like he's some platonic friend. This guy was her boyfriend for 4 months. And now, where is he? Well, let's find out because guess what? Eric, you found him, right?
Yep, he's listening in.
Well, let's welcome Jacob into
don't-
the conversation.
Don't thank me yet.
Hi, Jacob. Thanks for being part of the Rule and Ryan show today. We appreciate you joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, Jacob, you heard all that.
I'm
Why
just
don't you
gonna-
enlighten us?
Yeah, what's up?
Yes, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. We didn't have to really say it to officially, but this is not easy to hear. So are you sure you want to hear this? I do have some truth to
Yes.
this, but
I called for closure.
I think you're a terrible person.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Why would you say that about me? And if you thought that way about me, then why did you keep coming over to my house? If you think I'm so terrible, then how come you were there all the time?
Hold on. You always gossiped and bashed other people. And it wasn't just one or two or three individuals. We go to a restaurant, it's the waiter, it's the waitress. You know, we're in a store, it's the people in front of us in line, it's the people in back of us in line, you know, from your job. Every day it was gossip, gossip, gossip. We talked so much trash about people to the point where it was like giving off this negative vibe and this energy, and I can feel it. My turning point was when you trash talk my sister.
Uh-oh. What'd you say about his sister?
She would go out with us to the bar and stuff sometimes, and like every time that we went out, she would always hook up with somebody different. And it's just like she's a slut. It's like you need to talk with her because she's going to end up catching something. Or plus also, like, I don't want to be seen with somebody like that at my table because then people might think I'm like that too.
That's his family, though.
Yeah, you can't call his sister a slut.
I'm just keeping it real.
Jacob, why would you not tell her? You can't just all of a sudden have all these things and then just ghost her.
I would do it in very subtle ways and say, listen, no, we don't know the whole story. Like, chill out. Like, we don't know. This is your personality, and this is who you are. This is who you're going to be. Then you need to be with somebody who doesn't mind this. But this is something that I mind.
I don't think you fully answered Eric's question. You know, she told us that you would come over after work and spend the night. Obviously, y'all are intimate, so you're being intimate with this woman, but yet you
despise her so much?
I want to lie, guys. The sex is awesome. Listen, sex.
I don't know why you guys are so shocked, Ryan and Eric. That's how you guys think. What is the body language or reaction Jacob would have when you would say things about people? Because you think you're just having conversation. Did you not see the vibe that he's bothered?
I thought he was a good listener. I mean, like, I worked at a place that's very stressful, and so, like, I need to vent. And so, like, when I come home from work, normally I just turn on Netflix or something and just zone out. But then when he was coming over, I had somebody to talk to.
I was trying to take it. I was trying to sit there, but to tell you the truth, I would just zone or I would just check out for a while when she would vent and say something. So, I mean, you're right. I probably should have said something, but I just want this to hurry up and go by so we can get back to us. But then when I saw that wasn't happening.
You slept with her, and you're like, I'm done with her now. So now,
I don't know
he
if
just
that's
said it was
the
really
case.
good, so he's putting up with it.
He
Let's
also
make out.
said, though, the turning point was when she trash talked his sister. I mean, if somebody trash talked my family member, I'd be pretty upset. I would not want to see that person
Did you guys
anymore.
sleep after? Was that the last time you talked when that happened?
I did want one more time.
See?
Like,
What?
Oh, Jacob.
Then, yeah,
I'm
whatever.
sorry.
Tabitha, there's your answer. He thinks you're too gossipy, and he really enjoyed intimacy with you, but obviously not enough to stick around.
Wow. I appreciate getting the closure, and, you know, it's his law. So, I mean, like, he can go to the bar with his sister, and they can just pick people up for all I care.
Okay, now that's not nice either, Tabitha. You really shouldn't be gossiping so much.
Yeah, go to the bar with your sister.
I don't blame you. I'd say the same thing.
I'm just telling the truth. I just keep it real. People don't like that.
You should have talked to him in his ear when you guys were doing it and told him these stories. Then we'd see what he'd do.
Stop it. Okay, look, Jacob, we'll let you go. Thanks for taking our call today. And Tabitha, thank you for listening to our show and coming to us for some help.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Whatever.
Believe it or not, the stories are true. Don't even let anyone try to book you. Either you could be dead, nearly chopped off your head. Rule Ryan Show. Believe it or not, Eric's not a Muppet. Maybe just Kermit, Oscar the Grouch. Hi.
Believe it or not, 713-390-KRBE. We're going to the calls where you tell us a story that sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Lynn is going to bring it today. She's the first
Come on,
caller.
make us proud,
Eric threw out the
7 o'clockers.
challenge of the 7 o'clockers to call with a story that sounds unbelievable but true. Good morning, Lynn.
Good morning.
Hey, Lynn. So what's your story?
So my brother has been missing for 13 years, and we and the police think his wife or his family killed him, and they can't prove it.
Whoa, that's heavy. Holy cow. Say that. Why do you think?
Whoa. I need some like
Yeah.
music for that background, like Unsolved Mysteries. Okay, tell us the story, Lynn.
Well, I can't go into like super details because
Right.
there's a
Investigation.
file on him.
Yeah. Cool case.
No names, please.
Right. Well, I already gave you my name, and I shouldn't have, but
Well, that's a fake name. We
yeah.
put a fake name in there. So.
And how long ago? Can you tell us how long ago this was, or is that not allowed?
She said he's been missing 13 years.
Oh, 13 years.
13 years. Yeah.
So the gist is,
So we were like estranged, but not estranged. His wife is really weird. They've been married for a long time. They have quite a few children. And we found out like November that they hadn't seen him since September. And his boss hadn't seen him since August, but they hadn't seen him until September. They never filed a report on him. They never did anything. And when my sister and I found out, then we filed a missing persons report, of course, after we checked with a few people that we knew, or that she knew more than I did. And there's nothing. They've never found anything. They've never been able to find anything. They can't hardly find the family. They've questioned, I think, one of them, and it was so far-fetched, and they wouldn't even talk about my
What's
brother.
very suspicious that a family would not report their own flesh and blood has been missing, didn't file a report.
Yeah.
So that's the main clue. Are there any other clues that you can give us?
There's been things said by a person to by a child, we'll say that, by a child to a family member from the opposite side of the family, and it got back to us, got back to the police, but there's literally nothing that they can find.
Do they own
crazy.
land or anything? Like they could.
No, they don't own anything. They do not own
I'm
anything.
just trying to think what they could do with the body.
And what would be the motivation? Was it an insurance payout? Like, what would the motivation?
No, there's been nothing. And some of their children were still minors, so if they would have filed, because you can file, declare somebody dead.
After 7 years.
Yeah, and you can get, you can get benefits. Never did that, nothing.
That's weird, because even somebody who had ill intentions would wait it out and you're like, oh, well, it's been 7 years. Looks like I got to get that payout on the insurance or whatever. But nothing, there's been no movement.
Nothing.
This is truly unsolved mysteries, guys.
13 years.
You hear all these crazy stories. People are worried to do the smallest thing and think, oh, man, all the spotlight's going to be on them. And here this person's missing for 13 years and there's nothing.
And the family doesn't even care? The wife and the kids?
No, they don't.
Yeah, I'm reading about this right now. The vast majority of homicides that happen in America do go unsolved. Unsolved.
I couldn't live that way.
That's why there's documentaries. Mm-hmm.
I think it's worse. I think it's worse not knowing. As the years go by, when somebody's abducted or taken and they're just gone from your life, I think that's far worse than.
After my mom died, I remember for a year I thought I saw her. Another car. I knew she died of cancer. I saw her buried, but for some reason my mind, watching soap operas or something, you keep thinking they're going to come back somehow.
Eric,
I was
but to that
17
point,
years old, so maybe I wasn't.
No, but to your point, Eric, I've heard definitely stories from people who have lost loved ones, and at some point after their death, they swear they saw them somewhere, and it was like a flash, and they were gone. My husband actually, when he used to travel for work, he took a picture of a woman, and he sent it to me and all my siblings, and he goes, "Oh my God," because my sister-in-law, sweet Mia, passed away from brain cancer in 2016, and Tassos was traveling. It must have been 2017. He was on a trip, and he was waiting for a coffee in this coffee shop, and the woman across the shop from him waiting for her coffee looked exactly like her, and he sent the picture to us and said, "I just can't stop staring. I can't stop staring." And I just got chills when I saw the picture, because I go, what are the odds that somebody looks exactly like her? And I go, God, if I were you, I would have walked up to her like a weirdo and asked her name or something. That's unreal how you see people in your mind. Is their mind playing tricks on you? I don't know, but anyway.
The only way you ever find that out is if you're like a president or something, and then somebody wants to be an impersonator. That somebody looks
the
like
Book of Secrets, like a national treasure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But you know how it is, like people say I look like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Kind of my face. So I guess there's people out there.
Well, don't they always say we have a twin somewhere in the world?
A doppelganger.
You have a doppelganger somewhere in the world.
They say that. I don't know if that's necessarily
right. I haven't
true.
seen mine.
Hey, you guys, Eric and Rolla, you were out on Monday, and we did a segment in the 8 o'clock hour. I think a lot of people in the 7 o'clock hour did not hear this, but this would definitely fall under Believe It or Not. This guy, his story is so incredible, and what his dad did to rescue him. I feel like we should play this for the guys.
Okay, let me hear it.
2016, I'm out in Africa, and I'm scuba diving. But this time when I come up out of the water and try to get up on the boat, my entire right side is paralyzed. And I have to have two guys drag me out of the water, throw me on the boat. My right side recovers. Everything seems like it's fine. But just for safety's sake, they put me in a decompression chamber. And when I'm in there, I start losing sensation in my lower body. And that doesn't come back. So now I'm stuck in Africa. I can't get on a plane. We eventually get word out to my family here in Houston. My dad, who is legally blind, is the only one in the family with a passport. So he hops on a flight, no guides, no one showing how to go through customs or get through, like, to the actual little bitty hospital room that I was in. Stays with me 2.5 weeks while we're doing decompression chamber treatments on a daily basis. Eventually, I can kind of walk. So we get our own private Learjet. I've got nurses. I've got doctors. I got all of my mobility back. Important thing is that my dad came over and did all that on his own to a country he's never been to, on his own while he's blind. Crazy story.
And that was just a condensed version, y'all.
Crazy.
The lengths that his father went to, I mean, because that conversation went on for about 5 minutes.
How'd you go to another country blind and not, no help?
No help. And this man, and it wasn't such an easy, we flew into the country. This man, the father, had to, like, make multiple stops. I think
Just going to airports we know is
7 different stops
hard.
he had to make to get to his son in this small village in Africa. He finds his son, and he stays by his side through his recovery. And then the journey home was quite difficult,
No
too.
scuba for me, man.